Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how I made a custom potion effect in Minecraft. Um, just as a heads up, if you're just interested in getting the commands and then just um, putting it in your world, basically the example I'm going to show you is an armor shred mechanic in Minecraft. So basically what that means is if you have a ton of armor and you get affected by this potion effect, you lose some of that armor. So that's the new negative potion effect. It's meant to be kind of an opposite to resistance. I renamed it to vulnerability. And if you're interested in just putting this in your world and not learning the applications and stuff like that, then I have the commands posted in the video description. All you need to do is set up all 7 command blocks and set them to unconditional, um, always active, and repeating command blocks, and then it should work in your world. Um, but if you're interested in the application, I'm going to be showing you guys how I did this and everything they need. Just as a disclaimer, um, in order to make this potion effect, I did have to replace a potion effect in the game. Making a potion effect in vanilla does require you to do that because in vanilla you can't create a new potion effect. But I'm playing on my mini game map here, and there are some potion effects such as Bad Omen, Hero of the Village, Good Luck, and Bad Luck. Those potion effects are not useful or used in the PvP map at all. So, what I've chosen to do with the vulnerability effect is I have replaced Bad Omen. So, effect ID 31 is Bad Omen. So, basically, how I'm doing this is I'm using 2 scoreboard objectives. I have Shred and ShredCD. So, now Shred tests to see whether or not the player has the potion effect. If the player has the potion effect, then they are marked with the scoreboard objective Shred. And now how I did this is I did scoreboard objectives add Shred, and I made it a dummy objective. And basically what that means is it makes it so that it can't be increased or decreased by any outside variables in the game. It can only be increased and decreased via commands or command blocks, anything like that. So, yeah, so I have this that says, hey, if any player, has the Bad Omen effect with an amplifier of 0, unless they already have a shred score of 1, set their shred score of 1. So this sets it like that, and I have it set up like this so that it's not spamming the command and lagging out your server. That's like pretty important for me. And then on this one, this says unless the cooldown has passed 3, and as long as your shred score matches 1, add 1 to your shred cooldown score. Now this basically allows me to do effects in one tick, and you're going to see that in this next command block. So this says if your shred cooldown has ticked up to 1, set the player's armor to the base armor to -3. So by default, your base armor is 0. With this, you're automatically setting it to -3. So if you have 3 armor, like you're wearing a diamond helmet, and you get this effect, then you will not have any armor instead of having 3 armor. And I have this set to a tick timer. So here, let me actually show you this real quick. So scoreboard, I'm just going to set display sidebar, ShredCD. So right now mine is 0 because I don't have the shred effect. But if I give myself, Bad Omen for 5 seconds with amplifier of 0, then you saw that it ticked up to 3. And so that basically made it so that it ticked just a couple effects. It just ticked a couple of effects one time rather than spamming it over the duration. So that's why I have that thing in there, so it's not spamming the command over and over again. And then here I have it so that if you don't have the effect and you have a shred timer of above 1, then it sets your armor back to 0. So this basically means like once this basically detects once you're out of the effect and it sets you back to normal, because you will have a shred cooldown score of above 1 by default as soon as you get out of the effect. So this basically sets everything back to 0. So then over here I have, if the shred cooldown is above 1, then it sets your shred to 0. And then I have this, if you don't have the effect, if your shred matches 0, or if your shred cooldown matches 0 and your shred regular matches 0, then set your shred to 0. And then if your shred cooldown is above 1, then and your regular shred is 0, then set your cooldown. So it's a lot of, if you haven't seen these types of commands before, it's a lot to take in. But basically, these 4 command blocks at the end, they're basically setting your armor state back to 0 and setting your scoreboard state back to 0, so that once you get applied by the potion effect again, it can go through the whole line again and do the whole thing. So it's basically just a start and then restart system. And I actually have it set up to have 4 levels of effects. So, this is -6, -9, and -12, respectively, for level 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I actually went into a resource pack, and I actually renamed the potion effect. I don't know if you noticed it before, but so if I set myself to 10 seconds, you can see in the top right corner, I've got a nice shield. All I did with this is I went into GIMP and I took the resistance icon and I just put a line through it, but basically signifying like a broken shield. And I also, you've probably noticed, I added some custom particle effects, and I'll show you guys how to do that as well. So, yep. So I renamed it to vulnerability. So first I'm going to show you how to do the particle effects, and then I'm just going to quickly go through what I did in order to change the name of the potion effect and change the icon, because I actually had to do a little bit of digging, especially to change the name. So over here is where I did the particle effects. So this is basically detecting, this is the level 2, but it doesn't really make much of a difference. Basically, if someone, this is the single tick thing again. So if your cooldown ticks up to 1, then it's going to play the sound of a zombie breaking a door at the pitch, or a pitch of 1, volume of 0.4. So that basically plays that sound. So that's awesome. And then I have this running on a repeating command block. So this is just shred matches 1. So this will play over the entire course of the potion effect. It's going to run this crit particle every tick. So that's 20 times per second. So there you go. So that's how you do that. Okay, so now going over here to my resource pack folder, this is the resource pack for my custom map that I'm making. By the way, if you're interested in playing this custom map, I will have a link to the Discord in the video description down below. All you have to do is join the Discord, react to one of my messages in the Discord, and I will give you the role for playtesting, and you can play this PvP map with me. It's an awesome map with over 32 different classes to play as, and now it has 4 playable maps. Me and my cousin just made a new map. Actually, he made the map basically himself, so that's awesome. All right, so let's just get into this real quick. So you're gonna, in the resource pack folder, if you don't know how to make a resource pack, all I did was I looked up the default resource pack, and there's a download, and it pretty much gives you all this stuff. So here we go. So I'm gonna go into assets, I'm gonna go to Minecraft, and then I'm gonna go into language. So this is how I changed the name of the potion effect. So I went into this file here, and then pretty much all I did was I used Control F, and that allows you to search for specific effects. So I'm going to find, what I did is I searched for weakness, because I knew that was a thing. So, and then this is going to take you over here. So this is the effects, right? Every single effect. So you can see we got absorption, and then there we go. Immediately you see bad omen. So I changed bad omen. This used to say bad omen in quotations. All I did was I just edited this text and I turned it to vulnerability, and there we go. That's all it took. So now the potion effect is called vulnerability. So all I did was I just searched up a potion effect, and it takes you all the way down to this section where it says effect.minecraft.whatever effect, and then just change the name, the display name of the effect. And that's all you need to do. All right. And now just going back a little bit, we're going to go into the textures. And then to find the potion effect textures, you go into the folder mob effect. And all I did was I looked for bad omen. And so here, let me pull this back. So I'll zoom to fit. Oh, no, that's not right. Zoom to fit. And then bam, this is the texture that I created. So pretty much all you have to do is just take a new text file and replace it. I think it does have to be 16 by 16 pixels. And to get the transparent pixels like I have, I used a program called GIMP. It's free, it's nice, and there's a way to make pixels invisible, which is great. Very useful for Minecraft, and that's pretty much all I did. I just took the resistance icon and I just put a line through it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you like the video, just go ahead and leave a like, subscribe if you enjoy this. I'm going to try and do more explanatory command block and tutorial videos because I think there's a lot of stuff that people still haven't really discovered in this game. And I think it's really interesting. So I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.